Hello.
That's Mad Frankie over there.
I'm doing a heart. Half a
Well,
heart.
well, I
There
was
you
going to introduce. There you go. Put your thumb down. Put your thumb down. There you
go.
go. There you
So,
go.
I'm the mad scientist, and you can tell because we're just daft as anything.
That's
I'm
Mad
mad
Frankie.
there, and that's Violet Igor over there. Hello. So we're doing a little extra bit here. We've got some things to talk about.
Take me
And
off the screen, please.
oh, okay, got some things to talk about here. Let me move that out of the way because that light is a little bit on the glary side. Is that better?
Well, there's always a glare, but that's pretty good.
That's yeah.
There's,
So
there's serious glare on the left.
is this? If you remember, some time ago, I put various things in here, and I'll tell you what I put in there because I made a note of it. I put cream paste in the top. I put cream paste in the bottom. That's the stuff sold by Stamperia, and this is a Stamperia mold, and it's meant to go in here. But you can use other things, like you can use polymer clay, you can use resin, all that sort of thing. I then put flexible modelling paste in one, and then I put light and fluffy in another. And the astounding thing was that the light and fluffy came out first. So I think that this is the light and fluffy. That's the cream paste. This is the cream paste. It's the softest, lightest one. So, but this one came out first because it's the one that I actually coloured, and that was the light and fluffy. So that's light and fluffy. Cured fastest in there. And then we had the cream paste. So there were 3 at the top and 3 at the bottom. And then the last one to cure was this one, which took forever. I mean, it really did take a long time. So I didn't get it out until a very short time ago, like a day or so ago. But it did come out. I mean, it was to begin with, when I tried taking out when everything else was ready, the bottom piece was still sticking to the mold. So you've really got to wait for flexible modeling paste. But it does work, and it is flexible, so you can put it around a curved surface, which was the idea of using it. So you could put it around a curved surface like that, and it curves. So that would be very useful. But
Hi,
then,
Liz. Hi, Penny.
and that's the cream paste. That curves as well. So all these things mean you can put it onto a curved surface, which was my intention in the first place.
Yes, you wanted to put it on Mr. Ugly, who is now Mr. Ugo.
Yep. So that's all done. And I can use those on other things as well now. So next, let's get to the next thing, which you can't see yet because it's still up above here. So this is the next thing. This is a print I took, a pull I took from the plates, these little plates, when they had too much stuff on them, too much of the Bordeaux red. And I pulled them so that I could get some of the paint off to make it less thick. So that's what that was. And then I was going to put this on near the end of the stream, but I couldn't get it out the bottle. It was so thick. So I added flow improver to it and shook it up a bit, and I managed to get some out, enough to take these rather nice prints. I mean, it's done really well on the birds, on the ravens, and the eye's nice as well. So after the stream I did that, and then I went over it with Derwent Inktense pencils. So that's what these are. These are Inktense pencils, and then I went over those with a little bit of water, just to make them that little bit brighter and more brilliant. And it worked really well.
Can you show me a close-up of the eye?
Certainly. There you go, close-up of the eye.
So I can see the pencils. Oh, yeah.
Pretty
eyelashes.
Eyelashes, and I did the outside of the iris and the inside where the pupil is. And I went over that wheel. And I just did the beaks of the bird. So it was getting late then. And I was feeling tired, so I didn't feel like doing any more that evening. So that's as far as I got with it. But it just shows you what you can do. So that's that. And then I really like to have a play with this nice stencil, which is one of PM Artist Studios one with the mini bubbles and the Thang. I think it's the Thang Revisited. So I like that name, Thang.
You do.
So this is the remnants of this Sea Breeze, which is what make is it anyway? Acrylic. I have no idea what make it is. Inscribe. There we are. Inscribe. So it's
just an odd craft paint.
It's very old. I've had the Inscribe stuff for so long. I mean, it's one of the first ones I bought ever. But so we've got some left on there that we can pull up. It's only an acrylic paint. All you want is one in this nice pale teal, this sort of sea aquarish sort of colour. In fact, very close, I think, to one of that's sea aqua, which is a little bit darker. You see, it's not a lot darker though. It's quite close.
Very close.
You might get okay with that one. And there's a few others, like yeah. I know I got some others in that those kits. You remember for doing the finishes, metal finishes.
Kind of finishes kits.
But you could use something like teal from Golden, but add a little white to it to get it lighter, because this is quite a light colour, really quite light. I can't see any other one that's closer. I think that Sea Breeze is the Sea Aqua is the closest to the Sea Breeze. So there you go, just some thoughts. Bahama Blue, I think, might be a little more like it. It's a little bit lighter.
Yeah, I think it's a little too blue. It's a little too obvious blue. No green, and that one's better.
Yeah. Well, that's what I thought to start with. So there you go. So that's that. So I've done a little test before we go on to these. I've done a little test, which doesn't appear to have done anything whatsoever. Now, when I first did these, this one came up beautifully. I like that, but I can't figure out which one it was because I didn't make any notes. So it'll be possibly on a video somewhere. Don't know. So I was trying it with dark and dry.
Hold on. You have to back up. You've skipped a step. So you used a stencil or something to create that design on there?
No, I haven't skipped anything.
Okay, so you painted that card.
It's not a card, it's a bit of wood. But yeah, I painted it. I put matte medium on one side and gloss medium on the other. And then I painted dark and dry crackle effects diorama over the whole thing. Okay. Right? It's supposed to crack. It didn't. So this one is the same color, but I'm not sure if it's the actual same stuff. It might be the wet crackle effects, or it might be some other one, like there's this earth texture one here, but that isn't a crackle. These two are crackles. So I might have made a crackle with brown and clear crackle, possibly. I don't remember. But it's such a nice crackle, I thought I'd have a go. That's why I put the matte medium and the gloss medium down first. There is some slight crazing on this side, which is the gloss side.
Yeah, we're not seeing it.
You can't see it very well, and you would need to really zoom in on it. It might develop more over time, but another way to do it is to put glue on and then see what happens there. Now, I put some more on the other side, just on the bare wood, and it hasn't done anything much at all either. So I need to try and find out what I did with this, because I want this for Naomi Giraffe. Here is Naomi Giraffe. Right, and I've been fixing her nose, and it's working out quite nicely now. It's got a nice shape to it, much better shape than it did have, don't you think?
Yes, you're getting it.
It's getting a better form, isn't it? Yes. So what I want to do is I want to do that crackle effect on Naomi, or the majority of Naomi, perhaps not quite so much the face, but that's my plan.
Okay.
because I'm calling her Naomi Giraffe because she's got this huge neck, you see, and that's quite a giraffe-looking pattern.
Well, I'm looking at that, and she's styrofoam, and
Yeah.
that's wood. So will that make any difference on the look of the crackle?
I don't know. We shall find out, won't we? I've already put down white gesso, and then I put the plaster on to fill in the cracks, and I put some more on here today and dried it with the fan going. So I will go over it again with white gesso to make it a uniform colour, and then I was thinking to put something like that on as a background colour, and then I would use the dark crackle. That's my idea. So I might mix some up.
Instead of white, it would show the Naples or the the Naples yellow behind it.
Yeah, precisely. Yeah. And that's a giraffe color, you see.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
That's what I was thinking. Right, so that's that. That's Naomi. That's the state of play so far. He's been drying very nicely, being a good girl. Now, let's have a look at these pools, and then we'll get on to the paint. I'm going to use the paint with some flow improver, see what happens, because I think that might, this is a heavy body paint. I think it might help it to become more selly. So we'll see what happens. This is one of the 3 pools that we left on Monday night. I have not pulled them up yet. I may have to put some of them back down again with some gel, gloss medium or something. This is the one with the eye. Here comes the eye. Yes, I might put these back down again, and if I put gel gloss medium, that will pull that up.
Well, if you're not using, if you're just using the print to tear up for collage art, then that really isn't important, is it?
Well, I don't know what I'm using it for. That's the point.
Oh.
I don't know yet what I'm using it for. So far, this is what we've got. But we've got a couple of gaps, haven't we? And I can get those up with gloss medium.
The one you have to, because it goes near the wing. You need that.
Yep. Exactly. We'll leave that for now. But at least you can see what's been happening.
Mm-hmm.
So that's that. The next one. This is the yellow one. I'll have a look and see what we've got in. We might have to do the same again. And then again, we might not. We don't know. Whoa, stay down.
So Penny and Liz that are here, this is mostly an update from Monday's stream where we didn't get to finish pulling these. So Fran wanted to pull them, and she wanted to pull them on video, so we have it recorded for to go back to. And she had a few other things that she wanted to record, like Naomi the Giraffe. This is beautiful. I love that one. That's
beginning.
Like,
that's nice.
Egyptian hieroglyph.
I'm not bothered about the gaps on this one. I don't seem to be. Because if we have a really big one somewhere, I might change my mind.
Mm-hmm.
Not keen on it going through the eye.
Interesting arc. Hey, we're just doing a follow-up from Monday's stream where Fran didn't get to pull some papers. So we're pulling them today, and she wanted to record a few ideas she had with some other things.
Yeah. I've got rather a line here.
See that?
I may leave that for later as well, but at least we know what it's going to be like. And it's looking quite good so far. That one. Right. Pop that one down.
So in case anyone's wondering, this is black tissue paper that she's pulling.
Yeah, and it can be a bit problematic, so we'll have a look. We'll have a look at this one.
She says she got a ping that we were on, and she ran like the wind to get here. Woohoo!
Well, so I was replying to somebody. I can't remember who it was. It might have been Susan, or it might have been Sandra, Sandy, I can't remember. And I said that I might do it was a question about how do you get the selling. And I was saying that you really need the thinner paints. And then I'm thinking, because I was just putting flow improver, oh, this is coming out nice, into another paint,
the green,
this one.
the aqua.
No,
Not that one. Not that one.
we had it a minute ago. Where'd it go? The other one. Where'd it go?
Oh my gosh.
Hey, beastly thing to run away on me like that.
5 minutes ago and it just rolled away.
It just ran away. It went, I'm not playing this game anymore, and ran away.
Liz says she loves that blue. I do too. Blue, sky blue is my favorite color.
This is the blue black.
You're gonna pull that whole thing, aren't you?
Maybe it isn't black. I'm not sure it is.
No, I don't think it is. It's oh God, how many times you said it wrong and then you had to go correct yourself? Monday. I've slept since then.
Me too. I can't remember.
I'd have to go back and look at Monday.
Anyway, this is what it's going to be like. See, yeah. And there are some patches on the eye.
Hey, the
big fix. So
Pabeo. Liz says it was the Pabeo.
I don't know. Didn't I have the Pabeo in that color?
I don't know, but I love that. It looks lacy. It looks like I love lace. I don't like to wear lace.
The bird is a bit destroyed by these lines, so if I can pick those up, that may improve the bird a bit. So I will do that with this stuff, gloss medium. All I do is I brayer it on about halfway, put this back down, pull up the other side so that it remains registered, which it was nearly off there, so that I can then put more on this side and then it picks it up, hopefully.
Liz, I say it the way I hear Fran say it. That way when I say it, she knows what I'm talking about.
That was handy.
If I said PBO, she would either not know what I was meaning or she would correct me. So
sorry. I probably would.
Yes, you would. That's your job. I can't think what that blue was. I'd have to go back. I didn't write it down. I'd have to go back and look.
Yeah, go back and have a look. Yeah.
Yeah.
But there we go. So
but it's a nice blue.
So let me pop that over there. Like it. So let's pick up this, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to use some of this.
Well, Liz, all I can say is forgive me, but she's Mad Frankie and she's the master, and I'm Igor and she's the master, and I do it her way. Not always. Sometimes I slip off.
Pebeo. I don't know. Anyway, yes, it's that funny one. But they rather I called it that funny one or just called it Pebeo. I mean, it's almost like it's spelt Pebeo, I don't know. Pebbles. So I'm going to do this. So I'm going to put that there and I'm going to get some flow improver and add it to it. So we need the glass.
So until you told me you added flow improver to that Sea Aqua, that I had no idea that it even existed.
Well, it was so old, that Inspire one, wasn't it? I know I had it in my hand. How can I just lose it like that?
It's right there. It's right there.
Yeah. You tell it to come home.
Liz says, no problem. It's funny. I'm starting to say it wrong. I like pebbles.
Pebbles, yes. We'll put some pebbles on.
Oh, gosh. We're bad. How can we recommend a product if we can't pronounce it?
Yeah, well, they have to be foreign, you see, so.
Well,
know what they're doing.
I did not know there was such a thing as flow improver or whatever you called it.
Flow improver, yes, it's Galeria, and lots of other people make it. It just makes things flow a bit more. So you know how the heavy body is quite heavy?
Yes. And thick. And yes.
Let's put a fair bit in. I'm going to be popping it in the pot. So I'm going to add, so first I'm going to make a little sort of area to put it into, because it's going to run like mad. It's a liquid. It's like water. It isn't, but it's liquidy.
Is it an oil? It's not an oil.
No, it's acrylic, this, so it must be water-based.
So it's just basically acrylic.
Does it say about it? Windsor and Newton Galeria Limited. If you look on their website, they've probably got a...
I'd have to look at the specs, but anyway, it takes...
It's not water, but it says, increases flow and workability of acrylic color or medium on non-absorbent surfaces. Unlike water, does not reduce color strengths. Dilute flow improver, 1 part flow improver to 20 parts water before adding to paint. Whoops. Oh dear.
You read the directions after the fact.
Yeah, of course, naturally.
Well, so it's not altering what it's doing, and it's taking the heavy body paints and thinning them out a little bit so you can move them better.
Yeah, but I didn't really want water, because you add water to an acrylic and you reduce the bonds between the acrylic particles. And I did not want to do that, because that can loosen the adherence of the acrylic with the substrate that you're putting it on.
Right. So the reason you pulled this out is because you had that sea aqua that looked like it was all dried up in the bottle.
Yeah.
And then
it came to life again.
It came to life again. So you actually got more use out of it and used it on the prints.
Yep, exactly.
Yeah, Fran has a tendency sometimes to read directions after the fact, or not at all, because it's like, wow, let's be a little mad and just see what happens.
Yeah, I mean, it worked. Why bother?
Yeah, exactly. I think
those instructions for people to RTFM, they don't really apply to me, because I've already done it. It's too late.
No, they don't. No, don't make her do the way you're supposed to do it.
So I could have done with more paint in there, but we'll see if this makes a difference on the gel plate.
I agree, Porley. It looks like beetroot. Yep.
Does a little.
Yeah, and now I want some pickled beets.
There we are.
That's a shame to waste that. You should get a brayer off sheet and just push it down on that. And oh, that's what I would have done. Too late.
Too late. Oh, that's alcohol. I can't use that one. Don't want alcohol.
If that's a plexiglass sheet, you don't want to use alcohol on it.
It isn't. It's glass.
Okay.
I don't want to use alcohol on it anyway, because it won't work.
Right. It will eventually erode it.
There we are, nice and clean. My glass plate down on the floor. There. Now then, let's bring those plates back and we'll see what we can do. I do wish I could find that stupid paint that ran away.
It's right there, Fran. I don't know why you can't see it. You've got it turned away from you. There.
It was hiding behind the strut of the camera rack. There you go.
There.
So let's take these top fits off so that we can access the plates. I just put them on to stop them getting dust and dog hairs on them, which in this particular house is quite likely. So now then, we can use this new paint we've got.
Everyone called him a radish.
I want that. I want that. I've just put it away. Idiot. So we'll see if this creates any selling.
We don't use that word.
What?
We don't use that word.
Which word? Did I use a bad word?
You used a bad word. I told you about that. No one gets to call you names except me.
Oh, that word.
Yes, that word. I don't like that word.
Right.
Okay.
So we're going to try this one out with the brayer.
That is some red.
Add more to it. I mean, heavy body paint could take quite a bit more, I reckon. What to do with the brayer? You can see I got a nice pattern on there from that sea aqua, sea breeze.
Exactly. We don't like that word. Thank you. That's not a good word.
I thought I'd said something worse.
That's bad enough. I'd rather hear a curse word than hear that. You don't need to call yourself names. I don't like that. No, no.
I'm sorry.
Oh, you missed some on the circle. Go back over there.
I will.
Why does it look like your edges aren't getting? Ooh, you got something on there.
I don't think that had worked. I had to add some more flow improver to that.
Look at your big square. You've got something on there.
You know, that's where it came off. It was drying.
Okay. All right. Get your paper down.
Yeah. I'm going to do it with the white tissue.
No,
just to get
penciling, just color. Bummer.
Sorry?
Straight up color, no stenciling. No design or anything.
Colour. Well, it's that colour on there, so let's pinch a bit off there.
Ooh.
A bit of that one.
So my question is, why did you put the color down if you're just going to?
Just adding to that one, just adding a bit to the edges, that's all.
Right.
Nothing big.
Okay. Then you drop the camera a little bit.
Well, we're picking up the whatchamacallit?
Oh, I see.
Sea aqua. Picking up the sea aqua. So we've got some pattern from that, but it did not do selling. So we need to add more. Right? Need to add more. So I'm just going to pick the last bit up first.
You knock yourself off camera, off to the side a little bit. You need to adjust the camera.
Is that better?
Oh, that's better. Yeah, that's better.
It's because of where I was mixing, I think.
So the selling came from a thinner. You need to use a thinner paint, not the high flow.
I believe, yes. So that's why I was testing out the flow improver.
Yeah, so the selling comes from like high flow paint?
Yes, exactly. High flow paint does it very well. So I've obviously not added enough to that to make it work on that heavy body paint.
See, what happened is that I forgot what your whole purpose was in the first place.
Yeah.
I'm just saying, it's been a rough 2 weeks.
So we got something.
There you go. And lots of ickies down there that go mix up a little bit more and.
Yep. Well, we'll do it with the other one, I think. So, Let's mix some more. I've got more of that paint, you see.
Liz has a suggestion. She says, does it need to be more fluid? As Violet said, try the 20-to-1 directions.
Huh? Wonder. Is that a
Well, the thing about mixing it in a cup, Liz, is she's tried that and she's not she doesn't get much success. She says she misses the corners and stuff.
Yeah.
She prefers to do the mixing on the plate, and then she can fold and mix like you're making bread dough or something.
what I was looking for?
Discussion.
Yeah, so I'm going to use the last little bit of this because there's hardly any in there. And I'll add a bit out of that one as well, and we'll have another go with the flow improver. This will be this will actually be the very first golden paint that I will have used up.
Right, it needs to be runny. Yep. That is the goal. So however much flow improver you put in, until you see it running off your stirrer,
yeah,
you need to keep adding. How's that for a tip?
I think so. And I'm going to add some more paint to this from the big one.
And I would say, like Liz says, try the 20-to-1 to start. Now, I don't know how you would measure that, but
I don't know how I would measure it either. I'd just pour it on until it's okay.
I think, yeah.
This is Scientists Club. We don't do things in pipettes. Not measure when we do.
Yeah, we're not. Don't confuse her. She's just gotta. Yes, it needs to be runny. I agree. We're looking for runny. It's gotta almost near drip off that spatula. Or find a high flow paint and see how runny it is, and then go with that.
Mm-hmm.
It's like blueberry jam.
It is a bit jammy, isn't it? Yeah.
I'm still saying I want some pickled beets now. It's that time of year.
Beetroot to avocado here, haven't I? Mashed beetroot and avocado.
Okay. So if this is the case, it is possible to, man, I wish you could just put that in your pot and put it on your vortex and let it do the mixing.
Yeah, well, I'm going to get the rest of this out because I want to get as much of it mixed as possible. It'll colour, but got a little
on the plate.
nouveau. My little nouveau spoon.
Yeah, that's not the kind of spoon I would call that.
Well, it's got to get into the little orifices, you see.
Uh-huh. Yep, you're getting closer to what I would call it.
An orifice spoon?
Yep, you got it.
Let me wipe that clean. I don't like to leave my tools dirty for long. I can help it.
See, what y'all are getting today is this is how Fran and I have our play dates, how we have fun. She's just let loose. She's just gone run amok.
Skludgy. It's lovely and skludgy. What is another one of them?
And we get to be here while she goes off. You can't tell her what to do because she's just going to go, well, we're going to go this way. Too late. She's run amok.
That's what I want. Another one of them. I want to put that out the way so it doesn't get beetroot on it.
It is lots of fun. I told you guys, I get to have play dates with Fran, and we have fun, don't we, Fran? Uh-huh. Say yes. Yes.
Absolutely. Well, of course we do. Wouldn't be doing it if we didn't have fun.
Exactly. And we don't always know what we're doing and we don't always remember later. And no, there's no drinking well, not on my part. I don't speak for Fran, but on my part, all I've got is coffee.
Well, I haven't even got that now. I drank
Oh,
my
yeah,
tea.
we need to cut you back.
I think I need a bit more yet.
Are you kidding me?
Yeah. I want to get it more silly.
Well, the thing is it really does not mute the color.
No, doesn't. So that's good. All to the good.
It's like watching the guy. What's the restaurant I think of you go to and you get to watch the guys cook up right there in front of your face. That's what you're doing here. You're
Cooking up a storm. Very dark
doing,
purple clouds.
is it dripping off the spatula yet? Do you think?
No, not yet. We want a bit more.
Oh. So basically it's 20 flow approver to
It's
one.
about teaspoons at the moment. I don't know. Not like a teaspoon when I poured it down.
Okay.
Like
It's
it
wow.
certainly more floaty. Yeah.
Would
Might be
viscosity be the word we want? Would that apply?
viscous means thick. We want the other
True,
thinner.
we had this conversation too. We even brought Ian into it. Getting close. Yeah, well,
We just have to try and mix as much of it together as possible because we don't want to leave any that's still a bit viscous. We want it to be more. We want it to be thinner.
of Dexter. Oh, if do you mean Dexter the show, the series, TV series Dexter? My husband watched that. I mean, he was a devoted fan, and it's like so I got to see bits of it, and I'm like, wow, is that guy crazy or what? Well, yeah, kind of like Mad Frankie.
What? Now I've heard about Dexter, and I think you're going a bit far. We never did see it.
No, I wasn't one to sit and watch a whole show. I would pop in the room and he would have it on and I would see it. Janice, hi Janice. She says the color suggests a slaughter.
That's rather. Well, it's called permanent maroon, but we can call it slaughter if you like.
and she says, I've been thankful she isn't using sharp knives.
No, all my knives are blunt. Well, these ones are anyway.
Ooh.
One.
Blunt knives are more dangerous than sharp knives.
Oh, blunt knives, yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so you think this will work?
No idea. Shall we give it a go?
Well, here's the thing. Before you pulled it all up, you could have brought a little bitty mini plate over and just done a quick
Yeah, and then it would have been drying on the plate while I did it. No, I don't like that.
Yeah, it's true. It's drying on that glass.
No, don't like that idea at all.
How long does it take for that cream paste to dry, by the way?
Well, that dried overnight.
Okay.
Right, or was it a bit more than that? Yeah, it usually dries overnight here.
Okay.
Yeah, especially as thin as you'd need it in that particular.
Yes. I did some up and I set it over on the counter. I just before I stick my finger in it and ruin it, I thought I'd ask. I thought you said it. It took a little longer than the stencil butter. Not stencil butter, the light and fluffy. The light and fluffy was the quickest.
I'm just having a look for the information that I didn't stick it back up again after I read off it. Where is it? It's light and fluffy cured fastest.
Yeah. Okay.
But the cream paste cures a bit longer. It takes a bit longer to cure. I need another tissue. That one's all used up. I ought to have some water somewhere. I'm sure I had some. I don't know what I've done with it. Still, I've got some of this sort of water, so I can use a bit of that. Just to clean up. It's a good idea to clean up as you go. Yeah. Unless you're in a tearing hurry and can afford to throw things away that you then look at later and go, oh, heck, I've ruined that. Then it is best to clean up as you go.
That reminds me of red food dye.
Yeah, it is a bit, isn't it?
Porla says, I'm still getting up the courage to mix my Galeria Opera Pink.
Why?
Well, what do you want to mix it with? What are you planning on mixing it with? And why do you need courage? Leave the pink in the, never mind. Leave the pink in the cupboard. I say that, and I've got a skein of pink Chanel yarn sitting right here in front of me because I have a pink project to make. And my hands are screaming in pain, but it's like, nope, you're going to do it.
You shouldn't let it do that. You should rest.
I do every night.
Yeah, well, obviously not enough.
No,
your hands screaming and you got to rest more.
It's a fact that my hands, you know the feeling. My hands just hurt, and that's the fact. And some days are worse than others.
Yeah, true.
But I'm not going to stop doing.
No, there is that.
She says, it is neon glow in the dark. I love pink, but the opera is vile. Ooh. If it's glow in the dark,
it has fluorescence.
Wouldn't want to mix anything with it. It would, wouldn't it?
Well, it might stop glowing in the dark, but you might get a nicer color.
Well, this is true. Mm-hmm.
You just have to choose, don't you? And as long as you don't mind, you don't have to mix the entire lot. Just mix the bit. Yeah. I mean, I didn't mix the whole of this tube, did I? I just used a bit. And just so happened at the end of the smaller tube. So
even if you get mud, I've tended to notice that brown is still better than pink.
True, very true.
Yeah.
Let's try this one again.
Okay, here we go.
Here we go. Here we go. Now this is quite liquidy. It does fall off the thing a bit, doesn't it?
Oh, I remember you talking about that for more like Barbie's mini skirt. Yuck, pink. I actually watched there's a stream on YouTube. It's Venice Boardwalk in California, and it's a live stream. And one day, Ryan Gosling and what's her name? Bless her heart, she's playing Barbie. Oh God, I could see her name and I can't think of it. But anyway, they were there for a shoot, and the beach camera caught them for some of the scenes. And I'm talking about pink. Wow, you're right. Barbie pink is wow. It's just
something there.
It wants to, but it's not. Now, you know what I would do? See, I would just be a magician, and I would just pour some of that flow improver right on there and just brayer it on.
Selling. It is selling.
I do see it. Yep.
So I might need to add a little bit more, but it is working. So you just have to add a fair bit, you know, not just a little tiny bit like I did the first time.
Yeah. I would just pour it right on the plate.
Well, yeah, but it won't mix so well there. But I am getting selling here. So if I add more to that container, I might well get more selling. But there we are. It just proves the point. Before he added the flow improver, it was not doing that at all. And look at this, a really thin layer, and it's selling quite well.
Let's see a close up. So, because I can see some selling, but I want to see a close up. Yep, there you go. It's moving. It's definitely moving there.
there.
And I can see some bits there.
On this plate, so there's not so much on there. Well, there isn't any, but there is some on the hexagon there. So, and we've got some on other plates as well. I mean, I put it all over the things, and this one is selling madly. This one.
There you go. That one is. Yeah. It's almost like crackling.
Yeah, exactly. I call it selling because, well, I do. So we need something to pull it with. Just to say, this is just a test. We're not doing anything else with it.
Well, Cora, I'll tell you what. If he sent you advice, use her color wheel and her mixing guide. I love those. And then be sure to post in Makers. I'd love to see what you finally get courageous enough to do with that pink.
I'm going to use another piece over the other side to catch that bit. So I've got some really nice selling on that one there. Got a bit on that one. Looks like there's a bit at the edge of that one. And nothing much on that one. A little bit, but not a lot. Nothing on this one because it was just a bit thick. You can see it's coming through.
Well, I'll tell you, I watched you brayer all this on. And the big one is the one you put on first. So it had quite a bit of paint.
Yeah. Yep.
And the square...
So again.
The square off to the right of it was the last thing you brayered, and you didn't have much paint left on your brayer.
Yeah, exactly. So it was really thin there.
Mm-hmm.
So that's doing quite nicely. I'll probably get some more off this one when I lift this up. That is nice. That big one got quite a bit on it. Yes. So that is a good experiment, I think. So thin paint and thin the paint with flow improver. So you thin it down with the flow improver and then you put a light amount of it down. So I'm going to leave that on one side and I'm going to use this to pick up that rest of that bit there.
I have to go look up. The flow improver.
Well, the one I've got is Galeria, but I'm sure there are lots of others.
Right, I'm pretty
sure there's Liquid Texan.
Right now in my area, it's not available. But what I wanted was to see the specs on it. Is it just a base pigment?
No, it's not a pigment. Does it say what it's got in it? Because it looks like water. See, you look, it's like water.
Yeah.
It's just clear. But it says if you've got to add water, if you need to add water to it, well, I didn't. But if you can add water to it, then it isn't water.
Right. I wish they gave me a well, it says it's an additive that loosens the surface tension of water within the acrylic film. It increases.
But maybe adding a little bit of water would have been a good idea. Perhaps I ought to do that as well.
It increases flow, allowing the artist to apply areas of flat cover evenly without changing the color strength. The increased flow is also ideal for masking applications and for flowing gestured watercolor techniques. Flow improver is also the best medium for staining applications.
Right, I'm going to do some stenciling things now.
Here's the last sentence, which you would never have gone and read this far. Flow improver should be used only in the amount needed to achieve the desired effect. And that is selective, right?
Yeah. So I mean, what's your desired effect? Exactly. Basically,
it's a medium. It's under mediums.
Yes, it's a medium. It's not a strong or a weak. It's definitely a medium. Sorry.
I just wish they'd give me more information of exactly what the compound mix is, what it's, the scientific
Well,
crap.
don't you get a sheet with it on occasion?
I mean, I'm at the Windsor Newton site, and they're not giving it up.
Big Toms. Egg Big Toms. Good, good, good.
It does say always dilute flow improver with water before adding to paint.
Titty.
1 part flow improver to 20 parts water.
Yes, if you're doing it yourself, I recommend that you pay attention to them and don't listen to me.
Porla wants to know, smell it. What does it smell like? Does it feel oily? Hi, Candy. That's all
I
right.
can't detect any smell at
No
the moment, and I'm not, with my breathing problems, not going to put my face in it. I'm sorry. You're going to have to guess. There we go. That's a nice one.
Mm-hmm.
On there. There we are. I've got some nice ones.
It didn't. When she poured it, it didn't move like oil, like an oil would move on the plate.
It moved like water, actually.
Yes.
Moved about like water. And I'm going to try some of this because I rather like this now I've done this. I might add a bit more, actually. Flow improver to it.
Do you have your vortex?
Yeah.
So you can put some in there and use your vortex.
Yeah. And I might put a little bit of water in as well, since they say you should.
Yeah. Mad scientist.
Not a lot. Not a lot. There's the cap.
Hi, Martha. Martha seeking for art. Have you been here before? I don't remember seeing you.
Oh, it's a new name on me. Hello, Martha. I hope you find some art.
Wow, you need some subscribers. I'll subscribe to you. Thank you for being here. I'll ring the little bell while I'm at it.
Now, I put this down first and then these on afterwards because I want to. So let's take them all off, have them all ready to go. So,
how'd that go? We have sound effects. We have visual effects. We have no smell effects.
Very true.
Paula, I looked. I didn't see any kind of sheet like that. They usually give you specs, but it's. I went to their site and I didn't find anything. I'll look more detailed later. Oh, look at that! Look at that! Selling. Holy cow! Smoke.
Well, I added a load more and some water. Maybe it's adding the water that helped. Could be. I don't think I'm going to put a bit more on there because I felt that was lifting up too much. I felt I didn't.
Look how it's pulling away. I bet that's the water on the gel plate.
Could be.
It's not just selling, Fran. It's pulling.
Yep. It's running for the hills, isn't it?
Yes. That's big. My goodness. Uh-oh. Trilobite. Sea urchin. Daisy. Nautilus.
Funny flower shape.
Funny flower shape. And there's a Tommy Toes up there. I see it. And there's a sea dragon.
Yep. So, well, take this.
Wow. Where'd your paint go? Your paint is wow.
It just ran away.
Good, didn't it?
enough, you know. These are not big enough, these sheets. I'm going to have to get bigger sheets.
Yes, you are. Right, Porla? Right? Doesn't this look like something you want to play with and have fun with?
Sheets.
So this is an extreme selling. This is past selling. This is more like it's pulling up into.
I've got some nice big white sheets so I can do a better job. But in the meantime, I'll pick the rest of that up with this one.
I would have liked to see what it would have done before you added the water. If this is the water or the extra flow improver. Wow. I guess Porla needs to do it and find out and show us.
Well, we saw what happened with the other paint colour when I didn't add water, didn't we? It eventually gives us some selling, but nothing like this one. So I've got some more nice big sheets here, and I'm going to take one off, ready for next time.
Okay, I will.
There you go. I've got a huge, gigantic sheet already. So we'll see what we get here.
Darcy's here, and she said that
Wow. When I hold that up, that's amazing. Look at that. Wow. With the red on it, as well as that. That's intriguing. I mean, it's very pale on there, but when it mixes with the red, it's rather nice. Look at all this lovely pattern.
Wow.
Can you see that?
Yeah, I can see it. Do you see it, Porla? Do you guys see it?
Isn't that amazing? I just love that. It's almost like giraffe pattern. Wow. Oh, we've got to do some more with that. Guess what? Flow improver. I'm going to add some more flow improver, and I'm going to add some water as well. Here we are. Water.
Okay, so Darcy says that she found that the Dilutions paint crazes like crazy on the gel plate too.
Oh, does it? Well,
Yeah.
there you go. Right, now I've added flow improver and water to that. I'm now going to shut it up and try it on the vortex.
Put it on the vortex. Save your hands. Did you get the name there, Porla? And Liz says Golden sells GAC 100 that seems to be the same.
Oh, really? I've already got some of that.
Oh, Fran, go find it. Let's see what it does. Look at this. We got more scientists in the group. Yes.
You ought to join the Mad Scientist group.
Yes. Where's that link? Why am I not?
At the moment, it's me, Violet, and my family, mostly.
Yeah, let me get the link. If y'all want to, I mean, there's enough groups out there, so it's okay if you don't. There's always makers, and Fran she probably pays more attention to makers group than she does her own. But if you decide you want to come into the Mad Scientist group, there's the link for it.
I don't think I'm going to get much of a pattern of this because I think I left these stencils on for rather a long time. But we've definitely got something going on with this red here now. Right, I'm going to scoop a bit out. It's looking quite funny, gelish.
I want you to get your GAC 100. Well, it's GAC 100.
Yeah, I've got it.
Okay.
I'm not sure where I put it, but I've got it.
Well, this was supposed to be a short little pop-up stream, but it might go longer, ladies, as long as Fran.
I didn't.
I know. I thought it was just going to be a little, show and tell of those.
Been if they worked so well.
But
might have been if it doesn't work as well as this. I'm just not ready to give up yet. It's working so well.
Well, not only that, but I think this new medicine is really helping you.
Yeah, I think it is.
No. I think you put too much down on each plate, and I think you could do a quickie tissue pull. I'm not seeing too much down. Ah, thank you, Candy. Well, we hope you're having fun. If you're not, you need to poke me and I'll do something silly. And then we'll have fun. I've got to check out that. I don't have any of that GAC 100. I've got to go look at.
Well, I was told by Golden to use it with the powder pigments I got from them to mix up the pigments.
Well, it says it's useful for diluting and extending colors as well as increasing flexibility and film integrity, and it wets out the pigments more readily than other polymers. So it's a polymer.
Mm-hmm.
So it should, yeah.
Right. Well, I've now done that. Let's see. I want to put these back down, I think, because I feel like it. In fact, I'm going to use that one as well. In fact, I'm going to move that one side there. Put that one there. This one can go on here again. And that one can go on there again.
Thank you for that.
Back on there again. I'm going to put it a different direction. That one can go on there at the bottom. And this one can go over there, but still on the same one. And then I'm going to put this down here, that over there, that there. What else have I got?
Well, I'm going to put Maker's link in here too.
It's on the edge as well.
If y'all are
That.
Martha and Candy may already be, but if you're not part of Makers,
Yeah, Makers is a great place to go. You'll have lots of.
come on over and join that group. And you'll see, I'm going to, here I go. Getting my links all together. You see the stencils that Fran is using. Oh, good, Corla. They're all either Fran's designs or PM Artist Studio designs, and there's the link to PM Artist Studio. And if you don't have any, get over there and get some. Fran's got more designs in her head, and they'll be going through Makers. It's the only place you can get them. The only place you can get them.
PM Artist Studio.
That's right.
PM Artist Studio. That's the shop. And they've got some wonderful designs, PM Artist Studio. They really have. This is one of them. And that's another. There's a whole set of these. These are wonderful, these daisies. The others are mine. I think they're all mine, yes.
Well, yeah, the daisies. Yeah, those are all yours. Your design.
Yep. That one is not available, I'm afraid, because I'm still working on it.
Great. It's not a fail. This is what I've learned from Patricia on PM Artist Studio. If you do a pull, it's not necessarily a fail completely. Put it off to the side and revisit it later. Maybe you'll find that it would make a great piece of collage, or you'll take your colored pencils to it and embellish it that way. Or
Yep.
you use
Was
it.
that one at the beginning?
Yes, absolutely. Or you can use it as the background for a few more pulls. That's a nice thing about pulls, is if you don't like what you come up with, the paper's still good. Use it again.
Yeah. You can always sort of
Layers.
start with a completely different color.
Yep.
And put a flat down and start with that. If you really don't like what you got.
Yeah.
End up with a pretty thick bit of paper.
Liquitex also makes a similar product. Oh.
Yep, I thought it did. I bet Golden makes. Oh, but Golden is the GAC, isn't it? There we are. So that's got quite some squidging going on. I mean, it's beading up, selling underneath where the stencil went down, if you see.
There you go, Candy. I'll
We've
get
got
This is very cool, Fran. Sorry.
Well, what happened to that old bit of equipment? That ancient piece of equipment. I think I must have put it somewhere.
I don't know. What are you looking for?
Well, you'll know it when I bring it round.
Uh-huh.
Oh, that one. Yes, there it is, right there. I don't want to let go of this one, though, because I want to reuse the piece of paper. So I'll just drape it over there to dry while we're doing this. Now, this really ancient piece of drawing equipment.
Corliss says the Galeria contains cobalt. Would that? No, that shouldn't.
What?
The Galeria flow improver contains cobalt.
Does it? That's a colour. It doesn't look as if it's got a colour on it.
Exactly. Cobalt is commonly used in electroplating.
Is it?
Cobalt compounds have been used for centuries to create a rich blue color in glazes, glass, ceramics, porcelain, pottery. So it's almost like if it's a tint of it that you really don't notice, that wouldn't create it, because I wouldn't be surprised to find out if gel medium has cobalt in it.
Yeah, that would be.
I don't think that would be the selling.
Yeah. Well, I've got another plate here, and I'm going to use some more. I'm thinking I'm going to use some more of that. I'm loving the sea breeze. I really am. I mean, it's an old paint that is going, or I could have a go with that one to see if I get a similar effect. I won't get a really similar effect because I haven't added flow improver to it. So, maybe. Where's my... There we go.
You have a go with Back 100 too.
Yeah, I don't know where I put the tube.
Okay.
No, you get off there. Go on, off there. Good boy. I'm trying to join in with the fun. Decided we're having so much fun, he wanted to have a go.
Cobalt may cause an asthma-like allergy.
I like the sound of that.
All right.
There we go. We got a 12 by 12 plate here now. So, what can we do with a 12 by 12 plate? Well, we can use all of them on the same plate. Can't we? So let's put some of this down. And I would like, just to, for kicks and giggles, where to put it? There it is. Put some of this down as well. Thing is, what did I do with that? Oh, there's always something going missing.
Your spatula? Your
Yeah, I can't find the spatula anymore. For a little trip.
Hi, Mariah. Welcome, welcome. You must have heard us talking about you.
Oh, that one I'll do. A big one. I don't know what I've done with them. I mean, I had them in my hand a minute ago. After the breath, here. Permanent maroon with flow improver and water now. Doing what the instructions say, sort of. Not immediately, but eventually.
son is being mad, but okay.
Yeah.
You know, you've got that sea aqua on that plate there. It almost looks like you drew a tall bird.
Yeah. Look at that. Tall bird. Take a
Hi,
picture.
Brad. Brad says hi too.
Hi, Brad. Who else did you say was there?
Mariah.
Oh, Mariah. Hello, Mariah. We're playing.
We're playing. I thought it was going to be just a few minutes of a show where she did her pulls from the other day. But no, she's feeling so good that we're already over an hour.
Well, we. Good Lord.
Oh, look. Already I see selling.
Yes. On
I
here.
see it on the aqua. I don't see it on the maroon yet. Oh, there it is up at the top. Well, you just ruined it. Never mind.
Sorry.
Too late.
Too late.
Look at she's Mariah. If you've missed anything, she's experimenting adding flow improver to the green paint. The aqua paint is some paint she pulled up the other day that she couldn't use. It was just like almost dried up completely in the bottom of the bottle.
Well,
And
no, it wasn't dried up. It was thick. So
it was
thick it wasn't coming out of the bottle at all.
right.
But it was getting towards really dry.
And then to see if you could save it, remembered you had flow improver and you had flow improver, and the flow improver did save it, and she's been able to use the paint, and on top of that she's gotten cells. So one thing has led to another, and
Somebody on one of the streams we did was asking, I think it was Sandy, but I'm not entirely sure.
pH 7. Hi Evie, you're not late. There's always more fun to happen. You're not late. But yeah, go if you get a chance, watch the beginning replay and you'll see.
Okay. Now then, I'm going to use that big sheet because I got it partly used.
I don't know.
So I'm going to get a multicolored here because of the ombre I attempted. Whether I'm going to get anything more than that, we'll just have to wait and see.
The center of the pH scale describing a solution in water that is neither basic nor acidic. Or it's an album by Peter Hamill.
Right, okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
Stocking the mailman. I'm telling you. You want to know how to stock the mailman? You want to practice? Order some stencils from PM Artist Studio and then stock your mailman.
Yep, and make sure they don't fold it up before they put it in the letterbox.
Oh, yeah. Yes.
We've had that. Quite cross. Got to put a notice on the thingamy letterbox. Do not fold. If it won't fit, don't put it in.
Yeah. So the maroon didn't sell up as much as the sea aqua, or
No.
I didn't see it.
Well, I might have put a little bit too much on. You know me. I do that occasionally.
Yeah, you don't follow directions well.
No.
Right.
Now, those directions, RTFM, are often said about me, but it's usually too late. Right, let us lift and separate, as they used to say on the bra adverts. Oh, I'm liking that. You see that? That's coming nice.
Are you going to do registration?
No.
No. Okay.
Well, I could. Now you mention it.
I want the please. Easy. Don't lose your. Okay. Okay. Da, 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 da.
So now we lift it from this edge and get the last of those few, 3 stencils off. And then we go down, down.
You're going to have to leave it, you think?
Dunno. I'm getting a print off this and I'm not moving.
Right? Even says every time I see the tomato slices, I'm amazed. Who would have thought, Fran? Bad Frankie.
Well, I don't have this one in the shop, and it's one of my favourites, my absolute favourites. This one, I use it so much.
The
It's
cluster.
the tomato birds. Someone called the tomato birds, and Mariah hasn't put it in the shop.
Yeah.
I can highly recommend it, Mariah.
Krish.
Well, I'm going to lift a bit of it and see what happens.
Trish Coogan says, "Hi, Fran. Gave a thumbs up, upside, and subscribed. Is this someone you know?"
No,
Okay.
but I will be happy to make their acquaintance. Hiya. I think I might have to leave that a bit, in which case I might have to also cut it somewhat. Because it's going to be all flippy floppy.
Yeah.
I've probably already got red paint on me from this other pool.
Yeah.
There we go. See, that was the one from the multiple plates. Well, I don't actually see any red on me, but yeah, that's not too bad.
So that was before the flow improver. Oh.
Yeah. It had a little bit, but not much.
Is that
and then added more flow improver.
Yay. That's so sweet.
So I think I better leave that, but we'll have a look at the other side and see whether it's going to be worth it or whether we should just pull it anyway. No, I think it's going to be worth it.
Yeah.
Don't you?
I'm glad you did right.
Yeah. I think that's going to be pretty cool. I like the way that here where the colours meld, where they've sort of mished in. I might do that again, you know, only deliberately, not like an ombre, but more sort of mixing them up a bit more, those two. I think I will. I've got another plate here, and I've got the 14 one, 12 or 14, and another plate. So we could have a go with that.
Okay.
Certainly could. Let me just plonk this down somewhere safe, out of the way.
Well, I'll tell you, I'm writing a note that you need to find your GAC 100 because
Yeah.
And anything else you have, sir, because I'd love to see.
It's actually in my hand at the moment.
What is in your hand? Oh, you found it. Oh, cool.
Around the desk.
Okay.
Right. So I've got a 12 or 14 here. Bigger runes. Hello, darling. Yes, I'm not doing anything right at the moment. I'm a bit busy. I've got an edge there. A mucky edge. No, you've got to go away. Off you go. Go on. You're stepping on things you shouldn't be. Go on. So I will leave the GAC 100 for another time, I think. I just want to have a try with this idea of the colours. Where did I put them? Okay, who's taking the colours? Oh, there's that one. Where's the other one? Oh, it's there, hiding on top of the water. There we are. And we still want that, so we can get some out. So I'm going to put some in different places.
Okay, I'm sorry. I had to step away. My partner of 17 years just came home early, and I wanted to make sure he was okay.
Good.
So, okay. He's gone off to do his exercise.
Right, so I'm going to put that back on. There. And I'm going to add some of this now.
All right. Here's some info from Porla. Flow improver is made by adding surfactant, usually soap or sometimes soap and alcohol used in car washes.
Oh, yeah. Interesting.
And then Liz says, read instructions before using it. Ha 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 ha.
We don't do things like that here.
If you come spend the day with us, yeah, you wouldn't do it either, trust me. Let's see. Evie says, when I used to pour, she did pour painting, we found mixing types of paint caused cells. I did paint pouring, and I tried adding Floetrol, I tried adding silicone oil, and it was a hit or miss, and it was
it's not pink. It's not pink, honest.
Yeah, I'm looking at that going, uck. Oh, but look at the selling.
Certainly seems to be selling.
Hi, Devin. You can't see the other posts? Okay. The other posts where? In chat? Porla, I would say go up to where, well, I'm not sure if you're on a phone. I'm not sure what to do. Refresh. Reboot, refresh.
No good asking me. I haven't got a clue.
Yep. Trust me, I've been living with reboot for 2 weeks now. Reboot.
Yeah. There we go. Right, we want another nice big sheet. Because these are big, big plates.
Yeah, read the instructions. It's the live chat button. You guys are no fun. Live dangerously. Get behind the chat. Don't get ahead of it. Don't get even with it.
Hello, otherwise known as Dinged Up Donuts.
Dinged up. Oh, that's what it was.
Dinged Up Donuts.
Yeah, no, the other word. That's the one that Mariah was trying to.
Yeah. You ought to read Watership Down, or better yet, have it on Audible so you can hear it. I wonder if it is on Audible. That's a good question.
I've got to think that I have read it, but I was much younger then.
So was I.
And I think it was at a time where I also read The Secret of Nim.
Yes, and The Black Cauldron.
Oh, that one I don't know. See, now you're
Oh, really?
Nim I loved.
Just pressing down like this to get the last little bit of impression of these things, you see. I might need to enlarge these tomato holes or just print a new one that's not all clogged up. Cut a new one, I mean.
Oh, The Black Cauldron by Lloyd Alexander.
Uh-huh.
It's in the Chronicles of Prydain series.
Is it? Right.
Okay. Okay. It's
Frenchie's in here somewhere.
Well, I was doing an audiobook on Redwall.
Oh, yeah. What's that?
It's another fantasy type thing, creatures.
All right. Oh, wait a minute. Isn't it sort of animals and woodland creatures and things?
Yes, it's along the lines of The Wind and the Willow, I think. Yeah, Porla, she's probably that's probably the best way she's read it is by Stephen Fry.
What?
Porla says that Stephen Fry reads Watership.
Oh, really? Oh, that's
Oh,
good. I've just been listening to him doing Harry Potter.
Oh, I
Which
would
is
have thought you would
good.
have heard it, because you love him so much.
Uh-huh.
Now you'll have to go looking.
I will. I've still got 2 credits left from my latest purchase.
Look at that. Mariah's on her phone. What'd I miss? Hi all. Mariah says, don't forget your thumbsy upsies. Yes, thank you, Porla. So it's hard to type for her. Yes, we know. Picking up TV and iPad. Yes, trying to go get Izzy.
Uh-huh.
Yolanda, I have seen the film Watership Down, but I've learned, and I love to read, so I've learned that I love the books of a film that I've seen more than I like the film usually, because
You get better pictures.
Yeah,
basically.
It's a yeah. Porla says use the other credit for Alan Bennett.
Alan Bennett.
I'm not sure what she means. Alan Bennett. I will go look.
Buying Georgette Hayes at the moment.
You're what?
Buying Georgette Hayes.
Oh, yes. Yes.
What do I do with the skizzereens? There we are. Skizzereens. Cutty, cutty. Have you got anything you can show? Because I think the dog wants to go OUT. But no, I'm not ready yet.
No, well, I guess I could.
Right, that was there. Bring this back and have a go. Well, I'm going to leave that for a bit. Move on to that one.
If you want to go take care of
Rufus, yeah.
Rufus and Leon.
Okay. And I did one before leaving with the dog.
Leon, no fun.
You can show your birthday present.
I could show. Well, it's wet over there, but I can do that. But
Oh.
I'll go this first. I'll kind of show off this first. I don't know if everybody can see this.
There you go. You're on. Oh, yes. I'll better go quick because he's desperate, I think.
See, this is what's been hurting my hands. I make a commitment in my mind every year to make fingerless gloves, and I donate them to the Disabled Artist Foundation. Carehart runs it. So every year I make, and sometimes I donate them to the people my husband works with. So I've got about 15 pair here. I just finished these. So I've got about 15 pair of fingerless gloves. So that's what I've been working on. And I've got this hiding here because I've got another project I'm working on. I've redone it a few times. I think I've got it where I want it, and it's going to be made with, yes, it is pink yarn. So there you go. Now I've showed and told. Yeah, Mariah, you know what that's for, right, Mariah? And then one other thing. Here we go. I had a birthday a few weeks ago. Has it been a few weeks already? Yeah. I'm officially Medicare age. And bless her heart, this crazy lady here sent me a present in two parts. I got one day, and then almost a week later, I got the second. She sent me a thing of cream paste, and then she sent me this lovely, she knows I love steampunk look, this lovely texture plate. Let's see if you could see it. It's clear, but I've got cream paste in it right now, drying. And that was a birthday present from Mad Frankie, all the way across the ocean. That's show and tell. Oh, and while we're at it, I also made up that and that and that and that. But wait, there's more. And I made more of these. These are little fits. So I made a bunch more of those. And it's called a little fit because I am here to help you, so please don't despair. When your temper is flaring, or you need a breath of air, or when your blood pressure is rising and you're as mad as you can get, go ahead, just pick me up and throw a little fit. It's, I'm Evie, I'm struggling to keep up with the crochet because it hurts my hands, but I'm trying. And then I have these, which is, this is a gift for someone. It's just a bunch of little crochet bits, um, little flowers, and little leaves, and book corners, if you could see the book corner there, and more leaves, and more flowers, and more book corners, and just some edging, just little bits. And then more flowers, and there's actually some little hearts down there. Little stuff, which I love to do. And these are all gifts for other people. I seldom keep anything I make. I give most everything away.
I like that light blue one.
This one,
Yeah,
that's more along the lines of your sea aqua.
exactly. Yeah.
Yep. I
Must
just
be well
showed
then.
you at night.
That's going to fit on there.
This
Fine. Yeah.
takes me about an hour, give or take, an hour to make a pair.
Uh-huh.
So Russ was away from home overnight. Monday night, he was out of state. So, okay, Mariah, bye. So
Oh, bye.
I ended up staying up almost all night as usual when he's not home, and I ended up making 4.5 pair.
Wow.
Yeah, so my hands were.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's the thing, you see. You shouldn't do so much at once. But,
I know.
well,
Well,
if you're having fun.
I do a few rows and I do a few hand stretches and I do a few rows, and so I take breaks. But
Right, I think I'm going to stick to the colour scheme here.
okay, back to you. Take me off screen. All yours.
There you go. Right, I think I'm going to stick to this nice sea aqua. Now that no, sea mist. Beg its pardon. Now that it's working nicely. What Throw Improver can do for you, save your paints.
What?
It can save your paints. Let me just give it a whiz. helps at all. Come on, you bring some in. Yes, better. That's nice. Right. I do think these two go really nicely together. Sea aqua, this burgundy red.
I'm actually
beg your pardon. No, it's permanent maroon. That's what it is. Permanent maroon. But it goes well. It probably goes well with the burgundy red as well, actually. Bordeaux red. Sorry.
Tell me again. It's not sea aqua. It's what?
Sea mist.
Sea mist. And the Bordeaux red is what?
That's one I thought I was using. It's not. It's permanent maroon.
Oh, thanks. But yes, what brand? Valeria?
Permanent maroon is golden.
Golden. Thank you.
Maroon permanent. Heavy body, the one it was. And that's why I was adding all that flow improver. Right, now I've got a piece here. It should be nice. Right, here we go.
Evie says, Fran, we need to chat about trilobites someday. Mine are different from yours.
Really?
You may find that...
oh, that might be the old design I was using.
That Fran has her own that she cut.
That's the new one. That's the new design. That's the one that Pierre Marty's studio does. That's what I've been using.
Right. And of course, you design them and cut them out, and then you send it off to Mariah. And sometimes Brad has to make some.
Well, they've got a different cutting machine, you see, and they're using a different material.
Right.
And they know their material and their machine.
Right.
So they may have to adjust things a bit to slightly thicker lines.
Exactly.
Which is what you can hear.
That cough.
Yep, sorry.
We're doing so well.
Just gonna take a little gasp. See if it helps.
You meant the actual stone. I'm lost.
What stone?
I don't know. I think I've lost some conversation when I walked away. Did I see Carrie here? Carrie's here. Hi, Carrie.
Hi.
Oh, I'm sorry I missed seeing you come in.
There we go. I'm liking that. Quite a bit of selling going on there. Let me move this out of the way so we can see it properly. Yes. Quite a bit of selling going on there. And I've still got a little remnant on the plates. And that daisy suits it very well. And there's the trilobite and the nautilus and the urchin flower. And then there was did I do the dinged up donut on that one? I don't think I did. Yeah, that's worked out. I love the combination of these two colours. It really is working well.
I agree.
So I think the next thing to do might be to, I think I've only got one of these, so I hesitate to add flow improver to it. But I think we'll try it with the permanent maroon that's got flow improver in it and see what happens. I don't think I'm going to get the same selling with this one, but just to see what the colour is like, I think we might do that. Because that would be a good thing to find out. Well, I think so.
No, no, I wasn't laughing at you. Porla says, hashtag dinged up, try your bites.
Oh, yeah. Very likely.
Trilobites are small marine animals that are now turned to stone. Okay. I think I need to there we go. I'm a little behind over on YouTube. We're
Yeah.
catching up. We're catching up. We're getting there.
If I put that back down and we do some more of this. Yeah. That's rather a lot on there. So
I was gonna say,
that,
not too much now. You did that before. Yeah. And you have to pull too much off. That's more than enough.
there we go.
Hey, Lord. Hey, girlie is here.
Oh, hello. Good to see you, Pink Girlie.
Yeah, that's Lori.
For ages.
Okay.
So it may be a bit of a remnant of the previous print, but I'm going for a new bit this one.
Now I see some selling. I do see some selling there. That's looking better.
That's the red. It's the permanent maroon, which
Yeah.
we've added that flow improver to. So that's
Yeah.
why that's doing that.
And you didn't put it on so heavy this time, so I'm seeing it move a bit more on that big plate.
You were on my case, so we didn't do that.
Well, that look at it come right back even after you braided it out. It came right back. So yes, thinner on the plate is better.
Plus the flow improver does help.
Yes.
So I'm going to put that one down there.
Push your plate towards your monitor a little bit, just a tad bit. There you go. Now you, because you're off. There you go.
Yeah. I'm so glad I got you. I used to do half the thing with what I was doing out of shot completely.
Mm-hmm.
It was dreadful.
Tommy toes.
Tummy toes.
What you got there?
I got tummy toes.
No, what's the one you just laid down? What is that one? Oh, that's
Toes.
more Tommy toes.
Yeah, they're all tummy toes.
Oh, Tommy toes. Okay.
Yeah.
And we have trilobite, and we have nautilus, and we have daisy and sea dragon. Nope, that's the outside of the sea urchin. That's the sea urchin.
I think I'm going to put that.
That's the sea dragon. Underwater. Under the sea. Under the sea. And that's just a goofy flower.
That's a flower that is not available at the moment because I'm still working on it.
Yep.
But that'll do. I think that'll do. Right, do a little bit of that there and just pull some of that up and then get on with the rest.
Definitely.
There. Whoops, got to get the shiny bit down.
Anemic dandelion. There's a good word for it.
Hmm?
For the crazy flower. Candy says it's an anemic dandelion.
Yeah, well, it needs more strands around it, which is what I was planning to do. Yeah.
There you go.
It's either dandelion or allium, one or the other.
Oh, I love alliums.
But it needs more.
Too. What did we lose? Oh, I see.
I used the tomato on there, the tomato birds one, and pulled it off because I didn't want it on these ones.
Yeah, I see. Too late. There you go.
That's why we've still got that on there. We'll leave that as the registration while we poke and prod everything else.
Mm-hmm.
Like the innards of the sea dragon to get some of the...
I'm always amazed that that nautilus works so well for you because...
Yeah, it looks tiny, doesn't it? I mean, it's really good.
Right, Candy. After you blow, there's little pieces left. Hence, it's anemic. Yeah. Or a plucked allium. Now we're going to do registration again, right?
Yep, that's
Yeah,
what we're going to do.
I like the registration. It's either that or pull the paper up and put the sea aqua in.
Yeah, that's a thought, isn't it? Yes.
Don't pull it all the way off, but
No,
right.
just do these first.
I guess you have to.
Set separate plates. I can do that. That's if I can find the sea aqua from round the back.
I said sea aqua, but I meant sea mist.
Sea mist, yes, sea mist. Sorry, I was going to do the sea aqua, wasn't I? You're quite right.
Right, Yolanda.
That was what I was going to do.
Beautiful. Allium, Allium, Candy, if that's the one you're speaking of. Did you let it dry enough, do you think? Take the daisy off of there.
Did I take it off?
No?
No, I didn't. I thought I hadn't. I just thought I better check.
It's dry enough.
Don't know. Probably smudgy.
Well, and let it see if it's, yep, it's selling. Not too much.
Right, now bung that down. And get this up so we can do the other side.
It's actually, Evie, it's actually of the onion family.
That's correct.
Yep. It's one
Same
of our,
as
the purple alliums are one of our favorites. Yep, I really think good color choices today.
one little spot on there because it's running through. Oops, wrong end. This end. I was in a rush to get that down. Right, pair of scissors.
Bye, Trish.
Cut the piece of paper. Oh, bye, Trish. Thanks for popping through.
Willa says, I was watching Terry catch up and discovered a video where he told a bit about his life. I would love to hear about other people. Is that too invasive? I think it's you have to ask each person individually if it's too invasive. I'll tell you anything you want to know. My life's an open book. It's a soap opera. It's a dramatic soap opera. That's my life. Bring popcorn. If you go into YouTube on Fran's channel and click on videos and then click on where you can sort the order, you can put the oldest to show first and look through. She's got an intro of herself. It's 7 years.
Is it really? Good Lord.
7 or 8 years back, where Fran started doing this long before I knew her, long before she knew makers or, and it's a nice little intro, and you see Rufus on there. Look at that.
So I'm going to pull this one. I'm going to leave that one for a moment or two, just to see if it will ripen up a bit. So let's see what we've got on this. Oh, look at that. I forgot to bring that up.
Uh-oh. Hi, Crafty Kristen. Welcome, welcome.
What I can do with that, it's only a small one, is just put some colour on it and try again. Like that. There you go. You got a bit of colour.
There you go.
Howdy. It'll look a bit odd because nothing else has any colour, but you can do the same with other bits if you want to. And there is some of this colour here. I think that sea aqua is a little darker than the sea mist.
Sea mist, yeah.
Because that was the sea aqua I just put on there off the roller. On there. And you can see that's the sea mist. And I think...
Yeah, we missed the sea mist with your off camera.
Just a minute. Just let me...
Okay. Yeah, I see the difference.
Now then, if you fold that over so that you can get the two together, you can see that it is quite a bit darker.
Well, and the sea mist has the improver and the water in it.
Yep. But it is a lighter color anyway, I think.
I agree.
But that's quite interesting. That is quite interesting. Now, what I might do is grab that daisy and perhaps do the same thing again with the daisy, if I can then get it up off the brayer sheet and then pop it down on there.
There you go.
I often brayer on with a brand new brayer, with one that hasn't got any colour on it lately, but that didn't work too good. Could do it again.
No, it looks fine.
What I would do, I'll get this one out ready. So that's a nice clean, dry, well, it's not clean, but it's dry brayer. And I would put, where's that one? Here we are. Sea aqua. And put a little bit on there. And that's what I would use some of those little plates for, you know.
Oh,
I would put some on a little plate.
Yes. The transfer.
At the moment, they've got a print curing nicely on there, so I don't think I'll be doing that at the moment. So I've got a little bit of colour on it there. If I line that up and then go over that, I got a little bit of a print there. Yeah. So that's fine. That's fine. So that's good. So you can do that again and again with different
okay, Liz.
Different ones of these.
See you tomorrow in Thursday Thought. Thanks for being here. Use your triangle one. What's the triangle one? Which one does you... Oh, the plate?
The plate. What did I do with it? I don't know.
Things have legs when they get into Fran's room. They just wander off. They grow legs and they wander off.
Yeah. It's better with a plate. It really is. What have I done with the other plate?
That's okay, Carrie. We appreciate you being here. Carrie's got to say goodbye.
Oh, bye-bye, Carrie.
Thank you for being here. We appreciate it.
I'm just having fun today.
Yeah, we're almost 2 hours in, and that's all.
I was going to do a bit of that.
We appreciate everyone that's hanging in there with us. Oh, what are you doing now, lady?
Nothing much happened there.
No.
So I'm going to add a bit more.
You need a sponge.
I do. I need a plate, though. I really need a plate. I haven't got a plate. I don't know what I've done with the plates.
Yes.
A little walk. They have gone for a little walk. So I'll just put it on the brayer sheet. Like that.
Hi, Debsy.
So if you haven't got a plate, you don't need one. You can use a brayer sheet.
Here's the thing, Corla. Fran has a nasty aversion to greens, too. We've had this conversation. But when she gets some closer in color to an aqua or with a blue tint of some kind to alter it, she seems happier with it.
Oh, yeah, a lot happier. So then when I've got that done, I will then go over with the clean one and get some of that print to come off like that.
Wow. So this is where we're talking about
more color. to give it a bit more of the colour coming through because I felt there wasn't enough. I think that's pretty good.
I think that's pretty good. I like it. I love
This is
the colors.
exceedingly delicate, so delicate they can barely see it, but I really love the effect of this and this. It's the sort of thing you would put in a very pale journal and it would show up beautifully then.
It's like lace.
Yes, exactly. It's so fine. This doesn't show up so well, but where the maroon and the, no, permanent maroon, yes, maroon and the sea mist mixed, it's beautiful, really beautiful. So that's a very good one. Yeah. Well, just have a look at this last one. We'll get that out of the way now. We've had a look at that. And we'll just pull this one. Those other sheets that we had a look at are still on the plates, still registered, so that I can add matte medium or gloss medium. I think I'm going to go for gloss because it was an iridescent. So if I put gloss medium on it, I can then pull those later and rescue those bits where the, like right through the middle of the eye or through the middle of the sea dragon, you know, where the pieces stayed on the plate. Now this is got to wait overnight. I'm sorry, but I pulled that one and there's stuff that's staying there. That one might come off, but this one isn't going to. There's stuff still on there, so I'm going to have to leave that as well. I can feel it's quite cold, so it is nowhere near ready enough to pull. Okay, I think we're about at an end now, so we've covered everything. I'll bring back Naomi Giraffe.
Naomi.
And see what we're going to do with her.
Better look at her. There you go. This is Naomi Giraffe.
It's because she's got this big long leg, leg. And I've managed to rescue her nose by adding plaster to it. And I put some sandpaper, some soft sandpaper over it to smooth it down. You can you still see there's a bit of a crack, but it's going over. And I managed to disguise that, I think.
She's getting there.
It's getting there. But what I'm going to do with her involves this. Now, I saw this, and I've been thinking, called her Naomi Giraffe because of the long neck. And when I saw this, I thought, you know, that looks awfully like giraffe patterning on skin, on the giraffe skin. And I thought, oh, yeah. So I thought, I reckon that is this dark effect stuff. Not this wet one, the dry one, which is just nearby, I just can't reach it. And I thought to myself, I'll test it out. So I put some matte medium down and some gloss medium down and then put this on. Now it's worked a little bit on the gloss medium, but it's tiny. But I do know that any kind of crackle, if you put it over a layer of glue, it does really well. So it's possible. I mean, I can't really tell those big cracks. I think there's something under there like a layer of glue. I'd have to look back at some of my old videos to find out which one that was. I think I'll just have another go and put some glue on a bit more of this bit of thin wood and then put some of this on and see what happens, because I think that's what I've done. And then what I'll do is I'll put a layer of the Naples Yellow Deep.
Yes.
All over her.
Yes.
And then I will put the crackle on, and I'll probably put the crackle mostly just everywhere but the face. I might have a little bit going into the face here and there, but not a lot. So I still want the features to be visible. So that's what I'm thinking of doing with Naomi Giraffe.
There you go.
There we go. That is our plan. Right. And we've got a lot of rather interesting prints in one colour scheme. So I'm really quite pleased with that. What I was thinking to do was to do some prints in giraffe pattern for her, but I think this crackle is a better idea because it's going to look more natural, I think. I really think it is.
I agree, Candy. Sounds like a plan.
Yeah, it certainly feels like one. And that was a last-minute plan just today. I've been thinking about the giraffe thing for a day or so, but when I saw that today, I thought, that'll do for me. So there we are. And we'll now bring back Violet. So we're all here. Naomi Giraffe. and the prince. Print, not print. No princes here. And we will say goodbye for today.
And we will thank everyone for coming to visit and playing with
Yes,
us.
very much so. And if anybody leaves comments, I do eventually get round to them.
Yes.
I mean, it takes me a while because I'm unused to it. So I've got to feel my way around. Go, there's a comment. Where?
I hope we see you all tomorrow and Thursday thought.
Yeah. Okay. Yes. Bye bye, everybody. Bye bye. Bye bye.